Okay, live TS. Hello, everyone. I'm going to wait a little while for members to join. Bit of an exciting one today because I've been given the reins by our main host, Luke, to share my portfolio today as a student, but doing it on my own. So this is going to be really cool. Can handhold myself with you guys going through it. It'll be very interesting. But we've got some great stuff to go through on my portfolio, and also to check out my trade log, which of course, as you guys know, you've all got or should have by now checked out the link to getting your own personalized trade log, which is just essential bit of super intuitive tech. So very own spreadsheet made again by our awesome host Luke. And yeah, so we'll go through that a little bit as well, just to check how we're doing monthly, compare some figures there, and do some daily maintenance. And then at the end, hopefully we might be putting on another trade, but let's see. Let's jump into my portfolio now. I'm going to go onto the Tastytrade platform. So bear with me whilst I just go and share my screen. Here we go. So it's also a Friday today, which is important to mention because obviously the markets close over the weekend. So you'll usually see a bit of a jump around from that Friday to the Monday. And of course, we trade monthly, so we're taking income monthly. So we are looking to take profits usually at the end of the month. So at the moment, we've got another week left. We've got some exciting positions on that I'm going to share with you guys today. So hopefully next week will be a very juicy one. And it's really cool because this student share has now been moved to a Friday. So it will be a good old payday, that Friday feeling, but we'll hold on to that for next week. So let's go ahead and get into it then with my positions at the moment. What have we got here? So my SPY, October 18th. If you've been following along with my series, you will know exactly what's going on with this. It's more of an educational position, and we're currently holding a bit of a loss, but that's okay because we have the ability to roll. So in my last student share, we did roll this position. As you can see, it's now been open for 10 days. And we've got 119 days on that DTE there. So yeah, nothing to do here, just to sit and play it out. Thank God for rolling. We don't actually use that strategy, but it's something that Tastytrade do use a lot. So it's just great to know, like, you can always, we're training and teaching students to become independent traders at the end of the day. So it's nice to know there are other things in the toolkit if and when you may need it. So coming into my MES, I've got October 20th here, a 112. Again, as I'm a beginner trader, I'm still keeping my contracts pretty small, and that's it with a ratio that's according to my own fund size. So yeah, that's why you've got a 112 here, and you'll see with the 22k account alerts that one has got some pretty big contracts on there, which is exciting, and I can't wait to get to that point to where I can really double up on my money. But for now, really happy with where I'm at. So what would I be looking for first? Usually this header line here. I'm looking at my naked put, of course. I'm sitting at 20%, I'm sorry, 12.1%. And it's been open, as you can see here, for 10 days. So that's made just over 1% daily, which is awesome. And this is what we expect to see, you know, with our mathematical strategy. Yeah, this is perfect. Nothing to do here. I've still got 91 days, but looking really good. So coming down again, I've got October 18th here, another 112. This one's been open for a bit longer than my previous. Again, checking out my naked put here to see how that's performing. Slightly less than 1% a day, but of course we've got another 119 days on that until it expires. So nothing to worry about. Really happy with this. Yeah, happy days. I've just remembered something in Luke's last live is every time I'm tuning on, and the members too, because we get back the comments, but there's always little golden bits of wisdom that Luke puts in, and he doesn't realize he's doing it, but it's fantastic. So one new thing I've learned, and this is just like for maintenance purposes, is to be able to click on my DTEs, and there you have it. It just reorders them in a time scale, so that it's kind of easier to keep track of everyone. I think I might have just messed myself up because I don't know. I need to remember what I've just gone over. But it's really important. Nice little gimmick. Again, this platform's super intuitive. So for anyone who's looking to just streamline their portfolio management, that's a great little tip. So thank you, Luke, for that. And look, now it's now got me to the top. So let me see if I can, okay. So we've covered, we have not covered this 112 here. It's September 20th. Really awesome. Been on 45 days, making over 1%. And of course, if we were at the end of the month now, we would be looking to close this, which is fantastic. It's made 50% profit. Obviously, the profit target on these are around 80, 90. That's the magic. But if you're looking to close that monthly income to take it away, then that would be one. And we'll probably be looking at that one next week. I believe I've just done these two lower. Sorry guys, I hope you're with me, just jumping around a little bit, but I'm just getting back into like a good practice, you know, so I thought I had to, I would be doing myself an injustice by not just putting in that little portfolio hack there. So okay, let's come down to October 18th. We've got 25 days trades been on and making 22.6%. So yeah, super happy with that. And again, what can we do? Nothing, just gonna let it sit there. We're looking at 119 days again. So that's awesome. We've got quite a few reoccurring expiries here, but that's nothing to worry about. It's also really great to obviously keep our portfolio diverse. So trying to get a nice distance so that they're sort of like straddling each other, so that you can take like a consistent profit throughout your yearly performance, basically. So here we go. Here is my biggest position that I've put on to date, and so it's a 422, November 15th, and it's moving slowly, but that is super okay. Look, we've got 174 days there, so I just keep an eye on that, and yeah, nothing to worry if you see it moving a little bit slower than normal, or faster. That's always a plus. But I've learned from my early days, I was just freaking out when I would see some red on my thing. I was like, oh no, this isn't going well. And time plays out. That's why we are theta traders, you know, that's part of the game. So all happy with that there. I'm just going to close that one up to keep it a little bit cleaner. And then we'll pop into the MES U4. So I've got some hedges here. And these are just, so if we look at this was just the leftover vertical from my 112. So obviously I took off the naked put, took profit from that. And then this is sitting, hopefully, yeah, it's really, really nice there. Hopefully expecting to have it at 100%, if not close enough, loss on that. And that's exactly the purpose of the hedge. So yeah, really happy with that. Won't be looking to close it till probably one day before this 40 day. We've got 40 days left. It's probably on the 39th day. And yeah, all about playing the game. Again, if you guys have watched our beginners options trading course, we've got a fantastic module on this towards the end. And also Luke covers this really well. And he has told me, which is exciting, that in my next session, fingers crossed, we've got the man himself with me, and he will be walking me through putting on another hedge. So like a naked put, just to balance out my overall portfolio. Again, guys, something to mention is that it's for something it's another strategy we can use to bring our delta back down, basically. So yeah, here's another one here, August 16th. Again, really nice there. Everything's pretty smooth. Nothing much to say really. I'm going to go to just jump to this other vertical here because we're on the topic. And again, as you can see, I mean, they're super close together and essentially just cancelling each other out. So happy days with that. That is just working nicely, and there's nothing for me to do. So my last position is September 20th. And what have we got here? So we go across to the naked put, and we're looking at the P&L on open. Daily, so we've got a 47.58% over 38 days. So yeah, super happy with that. It's working really well. As you can see, I've still got more time there, so nothing too much to say or do, but just to show you, you know, we're making more than 1% daily, and pretty much that's the usual to see this with our strategies on our portfolio. So yeah, really happy. Really good stuff. So from here, I think what I'm going to do is I want to put on another trade because my BP is pretty low right now, and obviously we want to be working towards kind of like a 60% BP. I'm pretty sure if I go to my trade log, I can tell you I am currently sat at 27%, which is below half. So for sure, I definitely want to put on another position. And the questions that came up for me really with that was mainly that my delta is at 22, and that's out of my optimal range. So I was worried to put on more positions because I knew that would start to let my delta rise again. But Luke has reassured me that we have tools for this kind of thing. We either close positions to bring the delta back down if there's any positions that are closable, or we go in and put our own like natural hedge on, which hopefully we'll cover in the next student portfolio share next week. So definitely stay tuned for that if this is an issue that you're coming across at the moment. But for now, so been given the green light, basically, that's what I'm trying to say, to put on another position. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you guys on our Trade Social platform. Hang on, let me see if I can just bear with me. It's all new to me sharing all these screens. Come on. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing here. And then, hello, I'm going to go in and share our Trade Social platform, because there's an area here, if anyone's not aware of this, we've obviously got our TS account alerts, and they're phenomenal. Like Luke's posting in here and showing us, you know, positions that he himself is using. The strikes are there for us to go and use, and the expiry dates. So yeah, let's check out the most latest position that he's put on. And it just kind of takes off the edge, like especially if you're a beginner, just to have this with Luke kind of offering us a helping hand. And yeah, virtual hand holding, I guess, as we're all growing and learning together. So it's awesome to check out this page, come in, have a look, and then you can go set up the trade yourself. So I'm going to walk us through doing that now. Hopefully that's helpful. So what have we got here? So really cool, actually. He's given us an image of the curve table, which is really helpful. What I'm looking at though is going to be, obviously markets move all the time, so depending on where you're going to pick this up, this notification, and whenever you're next in front of your laptop, it's really essential to remember not to pick the same strikes. You apply the exact same rules that we've learned in the course, and so what we're looking at is this 15th of November. So it's a little bit fumbly, you know, I'm stopping to share and then having to reshare. I'm sure I'll figure out my way around it sooner or later. But if I come into here, oh, that's interesting. Second, there we go. Hopefully I didn't mess that up. So if we go back into my Tasty Trade, so it's 15th of November. Super important to remember that. Here we go. So let's check out the MES. We're going to go into the trade tab, and we're going to try and jump on that 15th of November. So let's have a look here if I've got the deltas available, and I do. Awesome. Okay, cool. So obviously with Luke giving us that tip off, I'm going to come in now, and I'm just going to set it up exactly like I've set up all of my 112s before. But I'm going to be looking at the essentials here. So obviously we are going to be buying this 5-250 strike, and then we're going to sell. Oh, sorry, still fumbling around here. Let me just delete that leg. You can also tap on this little blue tab here, which is pretty cool. You can just change it over. So there we go. So we're going to buy, what we're doing, we're buying the 5-250, and then we're selling the 5200. So that will be our vertical part of the position, and then we're going to scroll down and find ourselves a nice little 6 delta. And remember, obviously, with this strategy, we want to add a contract into that naked put. So I've got a 112 here. Let's check out my price discovery. Hold on. Okay, cool. It's pretty much always puts you in the mid price anyway, which is great. It's just a great place to start from. My max profit, that's calculated beautifully with my overall portfolio goals, which we have run through in one of my beginning student profile, student shares. But if you're not familiar with that, again, we've got that at the last section in the Zero to Hero course. Super important, fundamental that you have all of your calculations based off your fund, your goals, your personal goals that you want to see and achieve throughout the year, etc., etc. Luke can talk at length about these kind of things. So yeah, definitely check that out. All right, so I'm going to go into a GTC, and yeah, shout out to Jack again, who has told us both that we can now send these in as a whole package in the Taste of Trade platform, which is so much more helpful. You always end up forgetting bits and bobs, so that's really cool. Cool, so that's jumped again. Obviously the market's live right now, so just keep an eye on that, and then let's click review and send. Juicy 98% pop there. Can't go without mentioning that. That looks very tasty. Cool, so here we go. We've got my 2 contracts and then I put, and then my vertical here is 1-1. So sending that into the market, it's working. Okay. Oh, sweet. It just got filled. Nice. I don't know if that ping comes through on air, but it's always a lovely feeling. Awesome. So if I just go and check my activity now, here we go. You can see my position, and look, 3 of them all pulled together nicely. So that'll be ready for me to put into my trade log when I finish this live, I think. So let's finish up with just checking out my trade log. Again, I've got to do a little bit of maneuvering here. And let me see what I can share. Here we go. Sophie's trade tracker. Cool. So obviously I've already punched in my Delta Theta net liquid BP usage for today. Nothing's been realized yet. I'm sitting on it till next week. It's going to be a very exciting payday for me. And mainly because if we just come back to my beginning month here, and I didn't even trade a whole month, obviously our goal is about 2%, and it's always better to sort of like, well, it's kind of like aim lower, but you know you're going to achieve higher in the end, which is always a really nice feeling. But yeah, so I was sat here at 0.84%, and for me, absolutely buzzing with that. I was like, it's close to 1% from my first like live trading that's actually been tracked. It was like phenomenal. And then coming through again, and obviously you guys know that it's all about compounding, and it's all about straddling all of your positions. So all the DTEs, you know, they're nicely diversified so that you can take profit monthly pretty consistently. So I'm just building at the moment. I'm still building, so I'm still not expecting to go like to be shooting above and beyond, but this is really exciting for me because, as you can see there, I've gone from a 0.84 to a 1.87%. So yeah, really, really happy days there. And then it's just going to be super exciting to see what I end up taking, and hopefully if the jumps are similar to the last 2 months. And as I said, now I'm starting to fill out my portfolio and get a lot more trades on. And I do have that 224 sitting in there, which was very scary to put on. We should hopefully be seeing a really good month. So yeah, super exciting there. There's not really much else to report. Obviously, I'm going to go in and pop in my new position here. But I will do that off air. I don't want to bore everyone whilst I am plugging away. So yeah, I think that is a wrap for today's session. Obviously, it's a bit of a short one because we don't have the man himself. Just trying to see how I can get back and you see my face. How do I do that? Here we go. Stop sharing. Cool. So yeah, that's it for today. Hopefully we can get this one rolled out and it will be on repeat for anyone else who wants to watch. What have we got coming up? Obviously on the YouTube now, we're starting to ramp that up a bit as well. So check that out. We've got Luke's daily lives from Monday to Wednesday every week, which are awesome. He's doing a lot of market analysis in there as well. And then on Thursdays, he shares his portfolio with myself. And then on the Fridays is a student share. And Jack, if you are actually here watching, I can see you here in the participants. We would absolutely love to have you in and do a student share. So maybe I'm going to get Luke to, hey, maybe we can get Luke. Oh, you've put, what have you put here? Hi, Sophie. With the vertical hedge on the 112, what is the best way to manage minimal loss on them? That's interesting. I think that's going to be definitely a question for Luke. And I'm sorry I didn't pick up these questions before. I was obviously in the hot seat. This is my first time sharing on my own, so I was kind of figuring out. But yes, I'm going to put that one to Luke, and to manage the minimal loss on them. From what I would say, vertical hedging, managing minimal loss. It might be something to do with closing the credits at the end. I think that's where my brain would go first, because obviously you want to get at least half of what you've opened it for. But Luke's going to be the man, so don't take my word for it. But this is a great question. Thank you for asking, and I get to learn from this question too. So awesome. All right, I'm going to wrap up now, and yeah, hope you guys have a brilliant weekend. I'm in Bristol now. I've just come from Stonehenge, the summer solstice last night, and then hopefully catch the wave at the weekend. And yeah, all good. Cheers, Jack. I can see you there. Thanks, man. Let's get you on this show, please. Okay. So yeah, have a great weekend and see you guys next week. Bye.